Ladies and gentlemen, Simon Feck here, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are looking for the MMA Guru, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking for the MMA Guru, and where better to look than to look for the old MMA Guru. And I'm not talking about the old guy he is today. I'm talking about back in the day, ladies and gentlemen. The MMA Guru obviously has lost his way, ladies and gentlemen. We need to get back to the beginning. Back to where the MMA Guru started, ladies and gentlemen. He started out with 0 subs. Ladies and gentlemen, he started out with nobody on his side, ladies and gentlemen. The MMA Guru could be lost forever, ladies and gentlemen. He's lost that grind, ladies and gentlemen, but we need to get that grind back, ladies and gentlemen. The MMA Guru didn't start his channel like everybody else, ladies and gentlemen. The MMA Guru didn't follow the rules, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. The MMA Guru didn't follow the rules, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not talking about having a stint with Nita Drama, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not talking about him making fun of Amy Kaplan, ladies and gentlemen, and getting the Sewer King on his side, ladies and gentlemen, doing that song, ladies and gentlemen, the Man Eater, ladies and gentlemen, with the musical MMA guy, ladies and gentlemen, who's now bald, ladies and gentlemen, just like everybody else in the UFC. He's old, ladies and gentlemen. Musical MMA is old, ladies and gentlemen. But we need to go back to the beginning to find the MMA Guru, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look, ladies and gentlemen. Simon Feck doesn't know how to run the equipment here, ladies and gentlemen. Way back in the beginning, ladies and gentlemen. Right here. Let's call them out. They're still up there, ladies and gentlemen, from 7 years ago. You got UFC 232 Live, ladies and gentlemen. Jones versus Gustafsson, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? You got UFC Fox 31 Live. Lee versus Who Cares, ladies and gentlemen. You got watching 231 Live. Holloway versus Ortega, ladies and gentlemen. Watching Fight Night. You know, somebody versus somebody, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? You got watching the Ultimate Fighter 28 finale with Usman, ladies and gentlemen. Back when Usman had knees, ladies and gentlemen. And also Aspinall had eyeballs back then too, ladies and gentlemen. And Aspinall trains with Mick Parkin, ladies and gentlemen, the cousin of the MMA Guru, who is not supporting the MMA Guru in finding the MMA Guru right now, ladies and gentlemen. We know Tom Aspinall can't find the MMA Guru, ladies and gentlemen. They've had a relationship since 2019 when Mick Parkin went to train with Tom Aspinall, ladies and gentlemen. They've known each other that long. Tom Aspinall doesn't have as much money as the MMA Guru. You know why? Because the MMA Guru spoiled all the money making for Tom Aspinall, ladies and gentlemen, by doing those John Jones videos, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. The MMA Guru wants people to feel sorry for him, ladies and gentlemen, because they send him pictures of his family. Ladies and gentlemen, just because we can't find you, we can find your family. Well, the MMA Guru, oh yeah, he did wonders for John Jones in his, personal life, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. And Tom Aspinall has a few words for the MMA Guru. John Jones would not fight Tom Aspinall because of what the MMA Guru did, ladies and gentlemen. The MMA Guru goes and makes fun of Amy Kaplan, ladies and gentlemen, and Simon Feck happened to be sitting next to Amy Kaplan night after night, fight after fight, ladies and gentlemen. It took a toll on her. She did good out in public, ladies and gentlemen, but behind the scenes, you got a big, fat, ugly guy picking on a nice, beautiful lady like Amy Kaplan, ladies and gentlemen. Nina Drama was a hero, came right in there. Get right in there, right? And then Jose Youngs happens to know, the Sewer King really well. And the Sewer King did that song, from Musical MMA's channel. It's called Man-Eater, ladies and gentlemen. Overall, ladies and gentlemen, the MMA Guru is just a nice guy, right? He doesn't want anybody messing around, ladies and gentlemen, with his money, his channel, his life. But what you see on his channel is the exact opposite of that, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody mess with my business, ladies and gentlemen. Like Dana White. Let's take Dana White, for instance, ladies and gentlemen. Dana White had to borrow money, okay, right? And then later on he sells shares and the company gets sold and stocks and bonds and who cares? I don't care. Whatever, right? Puts the struggle in, all the work and everything like that. And then Dana White spends money on putting a pay-per-view together, ladies and gentlemen. And Dana White sells the pay-per-views to be able to pay the fighters, ladies and gentlemen. That means that whoever's watching it should be paying Dana White and company for the entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. But some people think that it's just fair game, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. And the YouTube has certain rules, ladies and gentlemen. YouTube has certain rules, ladies and gentlemen. Right? That could be where we're missing the MMA Guru. It may be not that he has depression, ladies and gentlemen. Why would he be depressed, ladies and gentlemen? The guy that goes around being Mr. Meanie Pants to everybody, ladies and gentlemen. The MMA Guru. Right? What else we got up here? Watching the Ultimate Fight. We went through that, ladies and gentlemen. Watching Liddell versus Ortiz 3, ladies and gentlemen. The main card, ladies and gentlemen. These are all like 7 years ago at the beginning. They're all up there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if they continue to stay up there. Or, as the MMA Guru slowly disappears from the MMA scene, ladies and gentlemen, will these videos remain up there, ladies and gentlemen? But don't you worry, ladies and gentlemen. Simon Feck, 1 Foot Cock, has all of these videos recorded for you, ladies and gentlemen, in case they start to disappear, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's check into it. Let's find the MMA Guru, ladies and gentlemen. Let's find him. Let's go back to the beginning. Start at the beginning and come forward towards today, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Let's see what we got. Let's see how the MMA Guru became the greatest MMA YouTuber of all time, ladies and gentlemen. But if you can't see the cursor, ladies and gentlemen, it's hard to put stuff up there, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, UFC on Fox 31, ladies and gentlemen. Back in the day, ladies and gentlemen, when the Guru wouldn't work for the family business, ladies and gentlemen, he was just freeloading, ladies and gentlemen, in the house. And then his parents probably, not even probably, ladies and gentlemen, his parents probably wish they never had the big tub of lard, ladies and gentlemen.
Make it look like I've done more uploads on my YouTube channel. which is also a good thing. Anyway, let's type in Reddit. Let's see. Live stream. Fox 31 live stream.
19 years old, breathing heavy, ladies and gentlemen.
Live stream event thread, UFC on Fox 31. Here we go. How quickly will I find this stream? Will it be right here?
Why is he trying to
International
find streams,
stream. Let's try it. And we're watching the fights. Hell yeah.
All right.
Their first meeting, it looked like Charles Oliveira had a good position, and Jim Miller throws on that knee bar out of nowhere.
Charles Oliveira versus Jim Miller 1 is just being shown, the highlights of it, and we shall see. A wild ginger Sasquatch appears. Very interesting that you'd say that. I am, in fact, the Sasquatch. I also have some popcorn with me when fights actually start getting interesting. So
Already, ladies and gentlemen, 7 years ago, he's complaining that the beginning fights, the prelims, suck balls, ladies and gentlemen. It's nothing new, ladies and gentlemen. The MMA Guru just slams the product, ladies and gentlemen. Somehow he has to try a stream. What Simon Feck does is Simon Feck buys a stream, and he doesn't have to try the stream, ladies and gentlemen. He just buys the product from Dana White, ladies and gentlemen.
doesn't it make it look like I'm actually live streaming the event on YouTube, and then people are going to fucking click? You know what I'm saying? But I've also hidden in the title, Fight Companion, off screen from what people will actually see when it's on the YouTube thing. So I'm technically still doing the right thing, but I'm playing the game.
Hold on a second, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3. Let's go back, ladies and gentlemen, and watch this again. It's pretty quiet right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Doesn't it make it look like I'm actually live streaming the event on YouTube, and then people are going to fucking click? You know what I'm saying? But I've also hidden in the title, Fight Companion, off screen from what people will actually see when it's on the YouTube thing. So I'm technically still doing the right thing, but I'm playing the game.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, right there, the MMA Guru is deceiving people, ladies and gentlemen. One of the top 7 rules of YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. Right there, YouTube says, ladies and gentlemen, please deceive people. Ladies and gentlemen, please waste their time, ladies and gentlemen. YouTube loves to waste people's time, ladies and gentlemen. Because you think you're getting the fight, and no, you get some kind of stupid companion thing of a young turd who doesn't pay for the pay-per-views, ladies and gentlemen. But he doesn't want anybody to mess with his YouTube channel, his business, anything like that, ladies and gentlemen. But he stomps all over people's, careers, tries to hurt, like John Jones. That's all I gotta say is John Jones. Amy Kaplan almost didn't survive what the MMA Guru did to her. She's just now coming back, basically. Yeah, she was there for a little while, but she wasn't. She was blank, ladies and gentlemen. Simon Feck sat right next to her, ladies and gentlemen. But this turd right here, you see this young turd right here? He only got worse, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna dig up everything, ladies and gentlemen. And Tom Aspinall's involved in this, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3, back. Let's do it again, ladies and gentlemen. If you missed it, listen to it. Don't know why it takes forever for the sound to come in, ladies and gentlemen.
Doesn't it make it look like I'm actually live streaming the event on YouTube, and then people are going to fucking click? You know what I'm saying? But I've also hidden in the title, Fight Companion, off screen from what people will actually see when it's on the YouTube thing. So I'm technically still doing the right thing, but I'm playing the game.
Let it play, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Now that is how you become an MMA YouTuber, ladies and gentlemen. Deceive people, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just telling you. That's the way to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Sit in your parents' house.
That Jim Miller was a veteran at the time. Charles Oliveira was a rookie, a new guy in the game, and age in those types of rematches never go well because Charles Oliveira is now a bit more of a veteran, and Jim Miller is a bit more past his prime. So we shall see how this fight goes. I have Charles Oliveira winning. Somehow, by finish.
Right here.
Popcorn plus Pepsi equals ginger.
Youth is not going to help.
I will yet again show for everyone joining the stream currently. I have black hair, black as the night, black as these blinds behind me. This guy has lost his mind in my chat. I don't know why.
Ladies and gentlemen.
My facial hair is brown. My hair is black as night. As you can see, look, white skin against black.
Now,
he dyed his hair black. I once can correct you in the chat.
As we look for the MMA Guru, ladies and gentlemen, we could be looking for the wrong person, ladies and gentlemen. He's not a redhead, ladies and gentlemen. He's brown and black, ladies and gentlemen. The MMA Guru's not a redhead.
Man, the judging has been awful tonight. I know it has. I watched the that last fight was horrible. Dwight Howard won that fight, even though it wasn't even that entertaining, so I don't even mind. But even still, Zach Otto didn't even have arguments for a round of that fight. I don't understand.
7 years ago, ladies and
Anyone has links? I have links. I'm going to teach you, Logan. Please do as I say. Do you have Google Chrome first? I'm literally going to teach you how to always get UFC fights because you ask it every time. Okay?
This guy asks every time, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. That must be how you become 420,000 subscriber YouTube MMA YouTuber, ladies and gentlemen. What you need to do, you need to sling. You need to sling, ladies and gentlemen. Links, ladies and gentlemen, to the UFC. All their fights and everything. It only got worse, ladies and gentlemen. He's under 1,000 or 500, whatever it is, ladies and gentlemen, subscribers, right? So he's only slinging this to a few thousand people, ladies and gentlemen. Later on, ladies and gentlemen, Discord, ladies and gentlemen, who knows? We're going to dig into it, ladies and gentlemen. When you sling links, ladies and gentlemen, your channel grows, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it. We're going back again, ladies and gentlemen. Now listen tight. Listen tight.
That last fight was horrible. Dwight Howard won that fight, even though it wasn't even that entertaining, so I don't even mind. But even still, Zach Otto didn't even have arguments for a round of that fight. I don't understand. Anyone has links? I have links. I'm going to teach you, Logan. Please do as I say. Do you have Google Chrome first? I'm literally going to teach you how to always get UFC fights because you ask it every time. Okay? You are magic. Okay. Do you have Google Chrome? Please answer me. What island is it? It's the fucking 18th island. Max Holloway will say that about every fucking place that he goes to. He's fighting in Japan. 12th island, baby. Yes. Okay. Go on Google Chrome, and I will walk you alongside what I do. Type in Reddit, UFC on, so that's Reddit UFC on, Fox 31 live space stream. Are you ready to press enter with me? Let's press enter together to find a link. We've pressed enter. At the top of my page, because I have ad blocker on, is event thread, UFC on Fox 31, Lee versus Ally Quinter 2. Let's click on the event thread. Are you with me so far? Yes, 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 he says.
It sounds like
Scroll down on the event thread, and immediately you will see orange text appear on some of the posts. You will also see some very racial fucking comments, and straight away by a man called Ripple Dotis, there is a link that says UFC on Fox 31 Main HD. You will click on this link. It will take you to a page on Ripple ID, Ripple IS. You will find a USA stream. Then you will scroll down to find an international stream with a big old play button on it. Click on the play button, and the stream shall play.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
It's as simple as that.
That's right. Just as simple as that, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it from the MMA Guru, right? So he's trying to get monetized here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? So he's trying to get monetized, right? Slinging stream links, ladies and gentlemen. But at first, before you're 420,000 subscribers deep into it, ladies and gentlemen, where you could sling links all day long, ladies and gentlemen, and you're only going to reach about 1.2 million. So he's like halfway there slinging links, but yeah, now we're on Paramount, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? So he's starting to slow down, ladies and gentlemen. He's getting mad, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody's slowing down, ladies and gentlemen. But for him to become the big MMA YouTuber, ladies and gentlemen, this guy is slinging links to get monetized, ladies and gentlemen. But what he just did right there, ladies and gentlemen, at first it wasn't very many people. Like take this for instance. Right here, he just told Jackson McVeigh, ladies and gentlemen, right here. Then he told right here, Dumas, ladies and gentlemen. And right next to Dumas is Moss from the MMA Holes, ladies and gentlemen. And next to him, Moss is talking to Dana White, ladies and gentlemen. Back here, you can't see it in the pink, ladies and gentlemen. The Sewer King. Next to the Sewer King right here, ladies and gentlemen, MVP, ladies and gentlemen. Next to that, Conor McGregor. Over here, the greatest referee of all time, ladies and gentlemen. Glenn, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, Glenn. Right back here, ladies and gentlemen, right here, Michael Strahan, ladies and gentlemen. Over there in the yellow pants, ladies and gentlemen, the guy from down under, Dennis Shakuratov, ladies and gentlemen. And the big guy, the greenish, bluish, greenish guy over there, ladies and gentlemen, Big Ben Rothwell. Now, the MMA Guru didn't just tell a few people, like a handful of people, what the stream link is, ladies and gentlemen. Because Jackson McVeigh is still basically a college guy, ladies and gentlemen. He's the center for the Florida Gators, ladies and gentlemen. Jackson McVeigh, the center for the Florida Gators basketball team, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to tell all the cheerleaders what the link is, ladies and gentlemen. Moss pays for his links, ladies and gentlemen. And Dana White is the guy putting it on, ladies and gentlemen. But you got Sewer King over here. Sewer King. Sewer King happens to know Jose Youngs, ladies and gentlemen. Jose Youngs might sling the link, but who knows? MVP's not going to tell anybody. Higher is, Conor McGregor can't keep his mouth shut. He's telling everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Andrew Glenn right here, the greatest referee of all time, ladies and gentlemen. He's telling all his friends back home so they can watch him on TV what the link is. Right here, Michael Strahan's going on the Good Morning America show, ladies and gentlemen, telling everybody, the whole world, what the stream is, ladies and gentlemen. And over here, Dennis Shakuratov from Submission Radio. He's not telling anybody, ladies and gentlemen. You know why? Because nobody likes him. He doesn't have any friends, ladies and gentlemen. And Big Ben Rothwell over here. Big Ben Rothwell's taking a bottle of whiskey, and he's down in it, ladies and gentlemen. He only does it 2-3 times a year. So most of the time during the year, he's not spreading the link to other people, ladies and gentlemen. But a couple times a year, he may accidentally do it and wake up the next morning and not realize he did it, ladies and gentlemen. So the MMA Guru just spread the link the stream link to the pay-per-view, which dampens the growth of the UFC, ladies and gentlemen. Every time you get the link for free, and you give out the link for free, and then you give out the link to 420,000 people, ladies and gentlemen, it dampens the growth of the UFC, ladies and gentlemen. Right here, he just told 15 people, ladies and gentlemen, but he didn't tell 15 people. Basically, he just told 420 people, ladies and gentlemen, on April 20th. Now, coming up, April 25th, ladies and gentlemen, 2026, right? A few days later, that's 17,556 people that are getting the link for free, ladies and gentlemen. But when you're a 420,000 subscriber channel, ladies and gentlemen, right? You just gave the link to 2,500,481 people, ladies and gentlemen. It's hard for the sport to grow, ladies and gentlemen, when you're giving the link out to get monetized, ladies and gentlemen. After you get monetized, ladies and gentlemen, you could slow down. And you don't really do it out front like that, ladies and gentlemen. Basically, you do it in your Discord, or you become a member, and you do it with your members, and you do it behind the scenes, ladies and gentlemen. So they keep buying the membership, ladies and gentlemen. You don't blatantly put it out there, ladies and gentlemen, because who cares? You know, if they just strike your channel dead or whatever, you try some other way. I don't know. You lose weight, and you look different, and you dye your hair red. I had no idea this was in here, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking for the MMA guru, ladies and gentlemen. And obviously, he has lost his way through time, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, it's nothing to do with the fights and the cards being boring, ladies and gentlemen. 7 years ago, he was saying that. Simon Feck thinks he might have got a strike, ladies and gentlemen. What's the first strike, like 2 weeks or something? Let's see if he comes on today, later today. Today is April 25th, ladies and gentlemen. UFC Vegas 116, ladies and gentlemen. Fight Night Sterling versus Zalal. And actually, both these guys are friends of mine. Most of the fighters are friends of mine, ladies and gentlemen. And they like to get paid, ladies and gentlemen. But the MMA guru is hampering the growth of the UFC, ladies and gentlemen. Watch all these old live streams just slowly disappear, ladies and gentlemen. It could be overnight, ladies and gentlemen. Because of the musical MMA, Simon Feck has laid off of the MMA guru, ladies and gentlemen. We were talking back and forth. I don't send people to the MMA guru's channel, ladies and gentlemen. But a few people go over there, and they haven't lately, I guess, I don't know. But they go over there, and for like the 9th time, people say, hey, what about, have you heard about this guy Simon Feck? Or did you see what Simon Feck did? He acts like he doesn't know who Simon Feck is. Yet his buddy, Bedtime MMA, the bedwetter, ladies and gentlemen, down there in Australia. Name anything good that came out of Australia that's MMA. You might as well throw New Zealand in there too. According to MMA Cam, it's like a 4-hour flight, 3.5-hour flight out from the South Island, ladies and gentlemen. Still the same. Looking at it from here, it's still the same thing. Nothing good has come out of Australia and New Zealand, ladies and gentlemen. This is 5 hours long, ladies and gentlemen. We're not even 2 minutes in it.
click on this link. It will take you to a page on Ripple ID, Ripple IS. You will find a USA stream. Then you will scroll down to find an international stream with a big old play button on it. Click on the play button.
Yeah.
And the stream shall play.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
It's as simple as that.
It's just as simple as that.
I hope I have helped you.
Dana
Can
White
you type
didn't
it,
think it
Lowell?
was all that simple.
Yeah, I could
Dana White
probably
had to borrow money that he could have went, bankrupt for the rest of the, 7 years or
Wait,
whatever.
bro.
And do all that
What
hard work and
website?
everything.
Here you go. Here you go, guys. Fucking hell.
This
Jesus, you're
freaking
no
turd
fun.
right here. Just
I literally
steal
tried to
money
give you a
from
walkthrough
Dana
on how
White,
to find the
ladies and
stream.
gentlemen.
And here you go. Right, Sam. Oh, here you go. I'll play it. There you go. It's as simple as that. I hope I have helped you. Can you type it, Lowell? Yeah, I could probably just give you guys a link. Hang on.
Now he's going to put the link in the chat.
Wait, bro. What website? Here you go. Here you go, guys. Fucking hell. Jesus, you're no fun. I literally tried to give you a walkthrough on how to find the stream. And here you go. Right, Sam. Thank you so much. Seriously, no problem, Aaron Griffith. It'll only cost you a subscribe to the channel. No problem.
And because
Hey, in future, though, if you're ever watching... Look, no, listen. Everyone on the stream right now, listen the fuck up. If you want links to streams, I've got them, okay? I've got every link you need. If you want links to stream, if you're watching UFC 232, Jones versus Gush, you haven't got a link, oh my God, where am I going to get a link? And you're looking on YouTube, come to this channel, come in my stream, and I will have 10 different links backing up each one for you guys. If you need fucking links, I've got them. I'm the man for links. I've got more links than a Zelda convention. If you understand that, then, I rate you. I've got so many links, they literally call me Zelda. I'm saying. And I'm eating popcorn.
he didn't get
Reddit is a private company too, so don't worry about it being traced. There you go. He's revealing my secrets already. Now I'm going to drink my...
So I stopped hammering the MMA Guru because of my friendship with
It's actually
musical
Pepsi.
MMA.
I don't drink alcohol.
I can't hold it in anymore, ladies and gentlemen.
2, which I only just recently found out. Which I should have done my research for, to be honest, because I did break down these fights on my channel. I have Oliveira winning by submission in the second round, or by finish in general. So we'll see. Jimmy looked good in this last fight, though. So we will see. This is a great fight. A great night. UFC, Canelo, and Bellator were... Very good. Bellator's the MVP fight, right? And Canelo's in Madison Square Garden fighting that Rocky guy.
MVP,
I don't really care about boxing anymore because the last 2 boxing events I watched were... The last 3 boxing events I watched were Canelo versus Triple G, Canelo versus Triple G 2,
was he giving out,
and Wilder versus Fury, and every single one of them was a
boxing,
bullshit
ladies and
decision. So, I'm not watching boxing events anymore. Fuck them. UFC's where it's at, even though UFC has some fucking dog shit decisions.
He was complaining way back then, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
It's because the MMA Guru's money's going down, ladies and gentlemen.
29-12 for Jim Miller. What a shit record.
He's got mortgage payments, ladies
Give us a
and gentlemen.
ginger porn site. I don't have one of those, sorry.
His
New sub says forced.
He's got a Bentley, ladies
Induction.
and gentlemen. He's got a payment
Very
on
nice.
that.
Jim Miller reminds me of Bronson Lamau,
He's living
But the
beyond
murderer,
his means, ladies and
the
gentlemen.
English serial killer.
The money has gone down because of Paramount.
He does look a
ladies
bit
and
like
gentlemen.
Bronson. If he was a bit bigger, he would. And maybe less of a beard, just the moustache. I can see it. I can see Jim Miller being a serial killer. Brooklyn Wren, Jesus Christ, I'd fuck that bitch
It's
so
either,
hard.
it's
Here we
either
go.
the money's going down.
I think Oliveira
the
shows
reason
us
he's gone, or he's got
what's
a
what straight
strike,
away here,
ladies
to be
and
honest.
gentlemen.
But we shall see. Charles Oliveira has always been a guy who's not lived up to expectations in the UFC. He was supposed to come in and do work.
The money's gone down.
He hasn't looked too good.
It's not
You
because
know what I mean?
the UFC all of a sudden starts sucking.
Everything he does is
balls,
technical,
ladies and gentlemen.
but he just doesn't have
Like
the heart, I
big
don't
balls
think.
Bill,
We will
ladies
see.
and
Immediately he gets the body lock. He's holding Jim Miller up in the air. Boom! Slam takedown, bitch. Jim Miller's on his back.
I was there when
Charles
Jim Miller
Oliveira's
laid
got the
his
hooks in.
gloves down in the
He's
middle
going
of
for the rear naked
octagon,
choke
ladies and
already.
gentlemen.
He's got the hand around the neck. He needs one more hook in. And he's got the rear naked choke.
That's going to be
Jim Miller's fighting the
McVeigh
hands.
about
Tune
1
back in
minute
2
the
seconds
round
to see
one
if
against Dumas.
Charles Oliveira has the choke. Charles Oliveira immediately goes back. I told you guys he's going to win by submission.
McVeigh's
Look at
trying
it.
to
It's in. It's in. The
He's
submission.
trying to beat
Oh no, it
Tiki
isn't.
Golson's record
Slipping
of
all over the
0-4.
Jim Miller's
Jackson McVeigh wants to
wiping
go
snot on
0-5,
Charles Oliveira's
ladies and
hands.
gentlemen.
And the submission is in. Done.
And all of you
the submission's
are watching
in,
this
man.
because
Just let
of
it
the
fucking
free
go.
stream that
There
you
it
get paid
goes.
for,
Jim Miller's
ladies and
tapping.
gentlemen.
Done.
Provided
Charles
to you
Oliveira
by the
wins.
MMA Guru, ladies and
The
gentlemen.
crowd goes wild. Jim Miller fucking retire. End of story.
And can you believe that fighters
tapped like
actually
chicken?
do
Yeah, I know.
interviews with
Done.
this turd ball?
That was a quick fight.
The guy
I mean, I was about to get the popcorn out, but
from them?
I don't even have to. Fight's over. Bronson isn't a serial killer? Yes, he is. What are you talking about? I'm not even going to listen to you because you're just an autistic person in my chat. I have no idea, not any offense to autistic people, but you are just out of your mind. Bronson.
This guy that goes around talking about people's families doesn't want people talking about his family. And by the way, Mick Park can, Mick Park.
Oh no, he basically is. He's a fucking savage guy.
MMA Guru's cousin,
I know
ladies and
Bronson.
gentlemen. And the only reason I get to say that because he's really not his cousin, but he is.
I'm not autistic. I'm 12. There you go. Kevin Lee is going to KO Al and then John Jones. Kevin Lee does not knock people out. He has no power in his punches, and he also has a terrible chin. We shall see if you're right, Karl Marx. We shall see. I believe that Kevin Lee is going to win this fight
see you grapple.
via ground and pound TKO.
We'll see you grapple
or submission, rear naked choke. We shall see. I think I'm going to be right. He hasn't killed anyone. So he's basically a serial killer. MMA the Ginger Guru logic. For all those watching, this man just called me Ginger. The big reveal comes. Are you ready? I'm not ginger. I have black hair. My hair is black as black can be. My hair is blacker than Francis Ngannou. Okay? Damn, I wanted Jim to win.
Ladies and gentlemen. He just
Same here, to be honest. I like Jim Miller, but I always thought that Alex Oliveira was going to win this one. Kevin Lee is complete tool. Yes. But he makes you want to watch him fight, which is the interesting thing.
Oh, yeah.
So that is good. And I think if he wins this fight, guess what he does? He calls out Conor McGregor. And that is a fight that can happen. We'll see. Or he calls out Tony Ferguson for the rematch, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Because Tony Ferguson was getting fucked up in that fight. Aaron Griffith. Nice bucket hat, by the way. I like that. It takes confidence to wear a bucket hat, you know what I'm saying? He dyed it. That's not how you spell dyed. I've corrected you on how to spell dye.
Stream
twice now, and you're ignoring me, you fucking stupid
YouTube
Irish
channel,
fuck.
ladies and gentlemen.
Kevin Lee is a complete talk.
But
Francis
once you
versus
get
Kane,
monetized,
strong
you're hiding,
rumors. I'm pretty sure it's official. For UFC Fight Night Phoenix? I thought it was official. I thought Francis versus Kane was the main event for UFC Fight Night Phoenix. I'm pretty sure. Kevin Lee is talking as if he was seriously dead-ass was a child the last time he fought Ike Winner. When he was 21 years old. He says he's a different fighter now. I think he is.
MMA Guru.
I mean, I don't like Kevin Lee's personality, but you can't let it blind you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Sterling versus Zalal, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't like Kevin Lee's personality. That's one thing. But he's a good fighter, and I think he has evolved a little bit, but he's not a completely different fighter. He's the same fighter, but he does what he does a little bit better. And we'll see if Al can still win. I have Kevin Lee winning, though, but we'll see.
Tonight,
it's 50-50, in my opinion.
Guru debuts his new
I think Kevin Lee's going to get it done. Just because he's younger, you know?
Not slinging any...
Shut the fuck up. Another dude ashamed of his hair. What's this guy talking about? Don't even respond to Muay Thai 23. The 23 in his name, Muay Thai 23, is the amount of time in seconds he's spent training Muay Thai.
What about your
Kevin Lee will
grappling?
be the first 4 weight class champion: lightweight, welterweight, middleweight, and women's flyweight. Yeah. Kevin Lee is big.
Ladies and gentlemen, the MMA guru went to America, ladies and gentlemen, finally stepped outside and fell to the temptations of the streets of Miami, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody's going around, listen to me, nobody's going around wondering who the Arkansas camera guy was, ladies and gentlemen. And it's not Bryce Mitchell's buddy, ladies and gentlemen, the trainer guy, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody's been talking about the MMA guru, ladies and gentlemen, and his silly little his little twink camera guy, ladies and gentlemen. Bryce Mitchell thought he was going fishing with a buddy, ladies and gentlemen, except he went fishing with buddies, ladies and gentlemen. Bryce Mitchell has not been the same either, ladies and gentlemen. He had no idea what was coming when the MMA guru showed up with his twink camera guy, ladies and gentlemen. MMA guru's living camera guy, ladies and gentlemen, came over to the United States with the MMA guru, ladies and gentlemen. They landed in Miami, ladies and gentlemen. They fell to the temptations. And I'm not talking about the musical group, The Temptations, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about the temptations of the streets of Miami, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking some San Diego stuff that's down in Miami, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about some Wes Watson stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Some Wes Watson supplements, ladies and gentlemen. The MMA guru fell to the temptations, ladies and gentlemen. Look at his face now, ladies and gentlemen. It was hard enough to look at his face before now. Now look at his face, ladies and gentlemen. He's not the same, ladies and gentlemen. He's scared that Bryce Mitchell's going to out him, but guess what? Simon Feck's right here doing the job, ladies and gentlemen. Just be who you are, ladies and gentlemen. Now the MMA guru's fighting a new demon, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
156. The only reason people argued about him missing weight in the... Remember, he didn't even miss weight in the Tony fight, I don't think. He might have done. But I think he just didn't make 155. So we'll see. But I'm mainly focused on this card is Dan Hooker versus Edson Barbosa. That's more interesting to me.
Dan Hooker, ladies
Dan
and
Hooker's
gentlemen.
a savage. And if your training partner, his main training partner as a lightweight is Israel Adesanya, you know he's a savage on the feet, you know what I'm saying?
So you got Dan Hooker, right? That's MMA Cam down there in New Zealand. MMA Cam's love of his life, ladies and gentlemen. He loves him regardless, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, you gotta love something about New Zealand, right? So you you love Dan Hooker, ladies and gentlemen. And he's in there, training with Adesanya, ladies and gentlemen, the guy who keeps getting in trouble for his nails being too long, ladies and gentlemen. And sniffing dog's balls like Big Balls Bill, ladies and gentlemen. And if you don't know who Big Balls Bill is, ladies and gentlemen, then you don't know who Big Balls Bill is. But the signs were all there back then, ladies and gentlemen. It's not that the cards suck. We gotta find the MMA guru. And we're starting at the core right here, ladies and gentlemen. He's not monetized yet, ladies and gentlemen. He's slinging stream links, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty soon he's going to start selling them right into live streams, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get to it. But we're pretty sure that these other streams are going to go missing here. We told you about 6 or 7 or 8 of them, ladies and gentlemen. Watch them disappear. Watch the rest of them disappear. Simon Feck and the team, Scott and Mike over here, we have them all recorded, ladies and gentlemen. The signs were always there. It's not the card, ladies and gentlemen. It is the money has tumbled, ladies and gentlemen. Look at everybody's live streams. They've all gone down since Paramount, ladies and gentlemen. MMA Guru's little side business. And I'm not talking about slinging links to pay-per-views on his YouTube channel or behind the scenes or anything like that. There's another company that the MMA Guru owns, ladies and gentlemen. And because of the Paramount deal, the money has gone down, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen.
He might have done. But I think he just didn't make 155. So we'll see. But I'm mainly focused on this card is Dan Hooker versus Edson Barbosa. That's more interesting to me. Because Dan Hooker's a savage. And if your training partner, his main training partner as a lightweight is Israel Adesanya. You know he's a savage on the feet, you know what I'm saying?
And then later on, probably like, I don't know, about 5 live streams later, he says that Robert Whittaker's his favorite fighter, and that Robert Whittaker has the biggest penis in the UFC, ladies and gentlemen. And he's just talking about Dan Hooker being a savage, ladies and gentlemen, and Adesanya. Listen to the MMA Guru, ladies and gentlemen. That's how we gotta find the MMA Guru. That's how we gotta find him, ladies and gentlemen. You always go back to the beginning, ladies and gentlemen. People leave a lot of clues, a lot of signs, ladies and gentlemen. It's all over the place, ladies and gentlemen. You can just ask his camera guy. Ask Bryce Mitchell, ladies and gentlemen. Ask Aiden Ross, ladies and gentlemen. Who was the guy hanging around the MMA Guru? Where did he get this camera guy at? You don't see you don't see anything in the MMA Guru's videos. Thanks to whatever photography or camera work or anything like that. Nobody's name. Where is that guy? Oh, he just hired a company? Anybody that hires a company like that, listen, they're going to try to get it for free, right? Hey, you do this, I'll get you a couple million views, right? You get your name out there. You advertise on my videos. Nothing. This is a secret camera guy over there, ladies and gentlemen, that happened to fly on an airplane over here to Miami, ladies and gentlemen, from London, Heathrow, ladies and gentlemen. Us media guys, we don't have any kind of like paparazzi friends or anything like that, ladies and gentlemen. None whatsoever, ladies and gentlemen. And we wait.
I'm sorry, I know it's ignorant of me to say, yeah. Don't click this guy link because it says football. Who wants to know about the football right now? Fuck off. What are you doing? Tony Ferguson is the kind of guy to beat Khabib.
Somebody's looking for football links on his
Let me know what you guys think.
YouTube
William
channel.
Rodriguez, Kevin Lee is going to whoop Al's ass, trust me. Al Barley beat him the first time when Kevin was wet behind the ears. I think Kevin Lee is going to win. But I don't think that he was that young when they fought him the first time. He was 21, but Kevin Lee is like a real young guy. But I think he's definitely improved a lot from the last fight. And plus, Kevin Lee's very chinny. But I think he could have finished Al that last fight, just in the same way that Al could have finished him. I mean, if you haven't watched the last fight, Kevin Lee had fucking Al Iaquinta in a rear naked choke like twice in the second round. And they were so close. Picture this 6'4" ginger giraffe running up a street at night time, chased by dudes on mopeds, shouting his ginger get him. Alright, I'm 6'4". You've got that right. I don't know how you know that. I think I've said it. I definitely have said it. Ginger giraffe. I've definitely ran away from people on mopeds twice. You also know that about me. I'm not ginger. Yet again, I shall prove it. I have black hair. Very black hair. There you go. Ha 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 ha, he says, because he's 12 years old. It was Kevin's UFC debut, I know. I mean, I think he's going to do better. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see, you know what I mean? Mr. Rodriguez. Muay Thai 23, I love you, baby girl. Don't interact with him. He will... Aaron Griffith, he will find your Instagram and be all over you. He will find everything. He'll find out where you live. He'll find... He's just a weird guy in my chat. We just have to be very careful what we say to him, you know? Lol, he already did. There you go. Go try and climb a border wall. That's very interesting because the border walls haven't been erected yet. So there aren't anything for him to climb over. It's okay. I love everyone.
Except Amy Kaplan.
Except ginger people, obviously.
And need a drummer.
Back to the fights.
You can fuck with Dana White's shit, but don't fuck with my shit.
We're currently watching Frankie Edgar. And so I don't know why. But I'm okay with it. That's Poirier. Oh, I think it's showing just lightweights.
The MMA Guru stole...
But Frank Edgar's a featherweight. And now it's showing... I don't even know what's going on.
John Jones
Let me find out.
Tom Aspinall from us, ladies and gentlemen.
What are they doing?
Hands
Oh,
down.
just champions. But Dustin Poirier isn't a champion. What the fuck is his highlight reel? Fuck off. I don't want to see this shit.
What a... Welcome back, folks, to the UFC 217 post-fight show.
Amanda Nunes retains her UFC bantamweight.
Oh, they're just doing a fight. Fox Sports 1 advert. Never mind. Careful before I taint your lettuce. Very interesting. You can't taint my lettuce, but you can clean my toilet. Also very interesting. I'm going to continue to eat my popcorn while you two argue between yourselves. I think William Rodriguez won that first argument because he put a laughing face, which showed that he doesn't actually care about what you have to say. And I'm also saying that William Rodriguez won that first part of the argument. Muay Thai 23 because he loves me and he wants to be my best friend. Secretly behind the hate. I know it. I know he does. My approval means everything to him. And now I better ask me to start banning him. Fights finish early. They should just start the next fight earlier. They shouldn't just fucking... Oh, the fight finished early. So guess what you have to sit through now? Fucking 10 minutes of adverts.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta...
They're showing everyone in the Fox Sports show.
When people
on
giving out
screen
links
right now.
for free, ladies and gentlemen, advancing themselves, that's why they gotta pay for stuff. You gotta have ads too, ladies and gentlemen, because of idiots like this guy right here, stealing from the UFC, ladies and gentlemen, and
No one
going
cares.
against the YouTube rules, ladies and
What
gentlemen.
the fuck? Show the fight. No thank you. I like my YouTube channel unbanned.
Oh, but he gives out links, ladies and gentlemen.
If you look hard enough there, you can see the reflection of my screen.
And deceiving people with the title.
So if you want to zoom in on that, go ahead. I don't give a fuck. Ooh, he's gonna tell me what to do, guys. Oh, no, now he said I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna show this fucking fight on my live stream. Shut the fuck up, you fat cunt. Upload a video of you dyeing your hair. That's not how you spell dyeing, and I've told you that 5 times now.
He sounds like Argentine.
Learn from your mistakes, you stupid Irish fuck.
Somebody spelled something wrong incorrectly, ladies and gentlemen.
UFC on Fox. 20 past, present, future champions in main events. Rob Font versus Sergio Pettis coming up next, boys. Because, of course, Miss Jessie Jess versus... What's her name? That other bitch got cancelled.
A good clam fight, ladies and gentlemen.
Andrea Lee, that's her name. Jessica Rose Clark is actually so attractive. I've wanked over her so many times.
I don't think so, ladies and gentlemen.
Dye hair. It's spelt like this, I'm afraid.
I don't
with
think
a
your
Y.
camera guy will like
Tumen
that.
TV com.
MMA Guru.
Live search Google. I don't know what that is. From Channel 90 Ann. You can be in a die-hard...
Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Simon Feck's been around a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. And this guy right here, a couple streams from now, okay, because we're going to get to all of them, ladies and gentlemen. A couple streams from now, this guy right here, the MMA Guru, stole the name MMA Guru from Simon Feck, 1 foot cock. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The MMA Guru says it plain as day that he was searching around for a name that is cool, ladies and gentlemen. And he said he found MMA Guru Simon Feck. And he took the name MMA Guru, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. It's there. We got it in the archive, ladies and gentlemen, because we believe that these live streams are going to be going away. But it won't be a good idea for the MMA Guru to get rid of them, because right then it's admitting guilt, ladies and gentlemen. But we got it, ladies and gentlemen. We got it, ladies and gentlemen. This guy, this turd right here, not only provides illegal links to streams, ladies and gentlemen, to the UFC and other events, ladies and gentlemen. He also goes around stealing the name MMA Guru from Simon Feck, 1 foot cock, ladies and gentlemen. And he treats Amy Kaplan badly, ladies and gentlemen. With no apology, ladies and gentlemen. The MMA Guru should apologize to Tom Aspinall for losing millions of dollars to Tom Aspinall and his little stupid kids, ladies and gentlemen. And his wife. Mick Parkin. Mick Parkin doesn't get the fights he wants, ladies and gentlemen. You know why? Because he's been exposed as being the MMA Guru's cousin, ladies and gentlemen. Even Mick Parkin, the shitty fighter that he is suffering because his cousin is the MMA Guru, ladies and gentlemen. That's right.
Don't listen to any of these guys. If you want links, I'm your guy. They all look dodgy as fuck, because live streams aren't on YouTube. If you're coming on YouTube for live streams, you're wrong. If you want a live streams, I got you guys. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
If you want a live stream, here's your fucking live stream.
Ladies and gentlemen, look, he's typing in.
There's the links. There's the links. You know what I'm saying?
There
My
it is.
link. I'm the guy with the links. They call me Zelda. These guys don't fucking look at him. With the fingers pointing to their name, the fucking icons in it. Just fucking shut the fuck up. Click my link and you'll be happy.
This isn't
Click
a
my
repeat.
link, scroll down to international stream and
This
click
isn't
play.
a repeat. He's doing the
That's what you have to do.
the same skit over and over again, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3, back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's listen. We got silence, ladies and gentlemen.
There's the links, you know what I'm saying? My link. I'm the guy with the links. They call me Zelda.
1, 2, 3. Let's go back, ladies and gentlemen.
I hair too. Very interesting. Live stream search on Google. Don't listen to any of these guys. If you want links, I'm your guy. They all look dodgy as fuck, because live streams aren't on YouTube. If you're coming on YouTube for live streams, you're wrong. If you want a live streams, I got you guys. You know what I'm saying? If you want a live stream, here's your fucking live stream. Don't listen to these cunts in my chat, alright? There's the links. There's the links, you know what I'm saying? My link. I'm the guy with the links. They call me Zelda. These guys don't fucking look at him. With the fingers pointing to their name, the fucking icons in it. Just fucking shut the fuck up. Click my link and you'll be happy. Click my link, scroll down to international stream and click play. That's all you.
That's all you got to do right there, ladies and gentlemen. It's laid out on the silver platter, ladies and gentlemen. Dana White, blood, sweat, and tears into this thing, ladies and gentlemen. Borrowing money. Getting ready to probably ruin his credit for 7 years, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe his life for the rest of his life, too. Putting it all on the line, blood, sweat, and tears. Trying to get somebody to have an arena to fight in. All kinds of things. Getting people to want to come and get their face bashed in, ladies and gentlemen. And then this guy right here. He has the real links, ladies and gentlemen. If you want the real links, you go to the MMA Guru, ladies and gentlemen. He is proud of it, ladies and gentlemen. 420,000 subscribers on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe he wouldn't have even gotten there, ladies and gentlemen, if YouTube was doing their job, ladies and gentlemen. The MMA Guru, listen to me. The MMA Guru, ladies and gentlemen, had an unfair advantage, ladies and gentlemen. The MMA Guru went unnoticed, ladies and gentlemen, for his first 500, 600, or 1,000 subscribers, ladies and gentlemen, until he took it behind the scenes, ladies and gentlemen. And he started making all kinds of money on subscriptions, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, the MMA Guru had an unfair advantage, ladies and gentlemen. And nobody would think of making fun of Amy Kaplan, ladies and gentlemen, to capitalize on Amy Kaplan, ladies and gentlemen. He was already capitalizing on Dana White, ladies and gentlemen, and the UFC, and the Fasani brothers, or whatever the fuck their name is, ladies and gentlemen. The MMA Guru had an unfair advantage. Try doing this today, ladies and gentlemen. It's still up there, ladies and gentlemen. Going against the rules of YouTube, deceiving people with titles. Later on, he's selling links for subscriptions, ladies and gentlemen. It might not be in this one. This is like the 5th one in. It's like the 8th one in. He starts selling links for subscriptions, ladies and gentlemen. If you want the real links, you come to the MMA Guru link. God damn it! And this guy's mad because the cards aren't that great. The fights, the matchups aren't that great. No, it's because his money's going away, ladies and gentlemen. And Paramount is doing that, ladies and gentlemen. Going around doing impressions of people and making fun of people. I don't know why people hate me. I don't know why people take pictures of my family and send them to me. You think Michael Chandler had a good time with his neighbors talking to him? Hey, have you seen the things that talks about your kids? The MMA Guru is a big turd, ladies and gentlemen. A big turd. I didn't say Tursey. I said a big turd. Maybe Simon Feck needs to go into the illegal stream business. Oh, it's too late, ladies and gentlemen. The MMA Guru is a fraud, ladies and gentlemen. There's more behind the scenes. You wish you knew what was behind the scenes, ladies and gentlemen. And Tom Aspinall has a little bit to do with it, ladies and gentlemen. Mick Parkin has a little bit to do with it, ladies and gentlemen. The cameraman, his buddy, that him and his buddy are going to move out together. It didn't really, come to fruition right away, ladies and gentlemen. But the camera guy eventually moved in, ladies and gentlemen. The little twink camera guy. Jose Youngs, how come you didn't stop the Sewer King from making fun of Amy Kaplan? Tell me that, Jose Youngs. Why didn't you stop the Sewer King from making fun of Amy Kaplan? And Nina Drama. Jose Youngs, why didn't you stop that? Ladies and gentlemen, Simon Feck just went off the rails, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, it's all in good fun, ladies and gentlemen. It's all a show. It's like the clown show live, ladies and gentlemen. You know, the guy from North, you know, Fayetteville, ladies and gentlemen, in Arkansas, the clown, you know, Mr. Arkansas, whatever. It's all a show, ladies and gentlemen. It's all a show, okay? And like Jay Beers or Two Joints or whatever, if you guys sit there going around saying things and everything like that, listen, it's all a show. The certain person is not going to show up out there, ladies and gentlemen. It's a show. Yeah, the show goes over the line at sometimes. And I'm not going to give you all the ins and outs of the show, ladies and gentlemen, but it's a show. Did Simon Feck go on the other team? No. Simon Feck is a secret agent, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody's showing up out there. Simon Feck ain't even coming out there. It's a show. Like this is a show. Just like the MMA Guru, it's a show. If you guys can't get that in your head that it's a show, then why don't you just like mosey off somewhere else and go hang out with Twinkle Toes, MMA Guru's camera guy. The MMA Guru show is a show. They might go around stealing from the UFC, but it's a show, ladies and gentlemen. Making fun of A.B. Kaplan, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. I just barely clicked. I don't know if it's Two Joints or Jay Beers, one of the, I don't know which one it was. All right. I guess I need to go there now. Listen, it's a show, and I can prove to you it's a show. I'm not going to tell you in this public forum. Does it go over the line? Yeah, it goes over the line. It's a show. Trying to taint Simon Feck's name. It's a bunch of bullshit. Ain't nobody coming out to Vegas. Do I need to say it again? It's a show. It's a show, ladies and gentlemen. And at 19, this guy's got breathing problems, ladies and gentlemen.
What island is it? 25th Island.
Epstein.
When's he going to get to fight in Hawaii? That's so rip. Bellator can fight in Hawaii, but he's not allowed to. I don't understand. They should do him versus Tony Ferguson in Hawaii. That'd be good. Especially now that Moicano versus Aldo has been fucking thing. You played Red Dead Redemption 2? No. I played it at my friend's, but I haven't got it on my PS4. Max versus McGregor in Hawaii. You could do that if you want to kill off McGregor and not have a money fight anymore. Or you could give McGregor Dustin Poirier and keep your money around, you know what I'm saying? I played it and it's good. I have played it. But I haven't got it on mine, so I haven't played it all the way through. I played it at the start for like 3 hours while my friend was asleep.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Tony Ferguson's the kind of guy to die, spelled incorrectly.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a reference to the cameraman, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, anybody at 19 years old could have, you know, one of their friends over for, like, I don't know, a slumber party or a pillow fight or something like that. But his friend was in his bedroom at his parents' house, ladies and gentlemen. Another stream or two from now, he says that, you know, they're going to move out together. They're going to move out together. No, what people say is they're going to move in together, not out together. Maybe it's different over there in London, ladies and gentlemen. But in the United States, we're going to move in together. It's when you live in two different places. No, we're going to move out together, he says. His friend was sleeping, ladies and gentlemen. His cameraman was sleeping. Oh, well, he just uses a fixed camera. I'm talking about when he came over to the United States, ladies and gentlemen. Do you remember a couple years back when the MMA Guru talked about 3 Indian guys, it could be 4, 3 Indian guys, recognized him when he was out and about? You know, it never came about because maybe those guys don't want people to know. But guess what? Simon Feck found out. Those 3 guys recognized him in a certain type of club, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if it was an MMA club. I don't know if it was a dance club. I don't know what kind of club it is. I'm not insinuating anything, but he's got his friend sleeping, ladies and gentlemen. His friend is sleeping next to him, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I remember all the time when my friends used to come over just to sleep in front of me. Negative. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3. Him and his friend that are going to build this website that nobody sees, ladies and gentlemen. A behind-the-scenes channel. Website. We're talking about links, ladies and gentlemen. Remember when the Guru got all excited about never getting caught when they announced that Paramount was coming about? Yeah, never got caught. Guess what? It's called the statute of limitations or whatever. Simon Feck's quitting. It sucks balls, ladies and gentlemen. Did he talk too long? Simon Feck thought he'd fixed all of this fucking crap. That's why he started doing reaction videos. And then he didn't do the stop thing to find out when you stop, the sound doesn't come on. Did this thing shut off, ladies and gentlemen?
Power off.
Ladies and gentlemen, technical difficulties.
Power on.
Maybe I should sell
Bluetooth
a few
pairing.
illegal streams, ladies and gentlemen. Get somebody to come over and fix my crap, ladies and gentlemen, so I can afford it.
Your kid's going to run away when he find out you're a ginge. Well, he's going to be not running away for a very long time, because unless I dye my hair ginger, I will not be ginger.
And guys,
Now he's hiding out in the sand pit. And
great.
now what does he do?
By the way, that was Sean Strickland, good friend of Simon Feck, 1 foot cock, ladies and gentlemen.
Your kid's going to run away when he find out you're a ginge. Well, he's going to be not running away for a very long time, because unless I dye my hair ginger, I will not be ginger.
And my
I don't even think they
guy
sell ginger
could
hair
spit
dye,
a
because
kid
who would
out.
fucking buy that shit? You can be anything as 2018. Very true. You can be anything you want. And no one's allowed to say that it's crazy, because crazy people don't exist anymore in today's society.
Let's see who's in the chat, ladies and
Which is
gentlemen.
crazy.
Double RR.
20 years ago, I think I'm a woman. Well, yeah, you go to prison. Would you bang a hobbit? It depends. No, I don't think I would. Bit too small, you know? Bit too childlike, I think. Know what I'm saying? Which would be kind of weird, so I wouldn't do it.
It'd be kind of weird, he says.
He's a ginger, he'd bang anything. I'm not ginger. Would you bang? His hair might be auburn. My hair is black. One of my best friends is ginger, and he always says, no, my hair is auburn. Or they say strawberry blonde, which is another bullshit way of saying you're ginger. Or Moulin Rouge. Some fit girls are ginger, though. Very true. The girl from Doctor Who springs to mind. You guys know which one I'm talking about? The one from Jumanji, the ginger girl. Sansa from Game of Thrones for me. I mean,
listen, he didn't
she's
get
supposed to be like
subscribers.
14 in that, so
He didn't
that
get
says a lot about you.
subscribers doing this.
But yeah, she's pretty good.
This is ridiculous.
I don't like anything fake about a girl. I don't like make. Know what I'm saying?
Eating popcorn.
Look at this dude gnawing on the popcorn like a big
Drinking Coca-Cola out of a Guinness mug, ladies and gentlemen.
Be enough, boys. Don't even click on it. BBW, this ginger thing's gonna stick. I mean, he's the only one saying it, so I doubt it. But, you know, as soon as he leaves the chat, it won't be. I just like having a hat on. It makes me happy. You know? It has a very comfy inside to it. You know what I'm saying? Tony Ferguson's the type of guy to know what island it is. Yeah. Tony Ferguson's so weird, man. He says, and in his mind they make sense together, you know? Tony Ferguson will say, they'll be like, so Tony, what do you think of your upcoming fight? At the gym, I'm the first and the last, and the 17th. And I got a chip on my shoulder. I like potatoes, yeah. But they can't take away my smile, you know what I mean? Like, it's just 5 different things from different sentences that make sense, mashed into one so they don't make sense. I mean,
there was the beginning.
He'll say something about the last word that he said. So, like I said, yeah, I got a chip on my shoulder. Shoulders, I like potatoes, because he said chip. That's the next thing that comes to his fucking mental patient mind.
There was
That's literally the sort of thing he'll say.
The beginning of the impressions, ladies and gentlemen, until he got Dana White's
I like
money,
carrots.
and he got lessons, ladies and gentlemen. He got lessons.
Well, I mean, of course it's going to stick. He's going to be ginger for the rest of his life.
Dana White money, ladies and gentlemen.
Tony Ferguson reminds me of an orc from Lord of the Rings.
When you're giving links
if he had an
away,
English Cockney accent, like, yeah, whoa, one of them ones, he'd definitely be an orc.
Hands down.
If he spoke like that, oh, God, I want man flesh. Like that, he'd definitely be an orc. Just purely because of the ears. You know what I'm saying? Little goblin-looking motherfucker. Say, governor. All right, governor. It's literally just a Cockney voice. Not many people talk Cockney anymore, but you'll find some Cockney people around. All right, governor. Fancy going down the pub for fucking Chips and a drink, mate. Fucking good, eh?
Sounds a lot like MMA consultant to me.
How's it going, landlord? Oi. Got any six for me, mate? Tony Ferguson, the kind of guy to ankle pick Theresa May. Theresa May needs to go, mate. We should have left the EU a year ago. And we would have been fine. But now we're fucking waiting, and everyone is fucking giving us worse and worse deals now. Because they don't want to leave the EU. Literally, David Cameron put... We were due a public vote. David Cameron put a fucking EU referendum vote out, thinking that everyone would choose to stay. No one wants to stay because we have fucking illegal immigrants. I think we have the worst illegal immigration problem out of any country in the world right now. And, yeah. Bro doing cardio in a giant hamster wheel in his cage. Good day, Governor. Would you care for a spot of tea and a biscuit? The governor wouldn't... No, they wouldn't say a spot of tea. They say, giz a cup of tea.
Oh, this will get you subscriptions, ladies and gentlemen.
The worst in Europe,
the MMA world is lining up to give out their subscriptions to this guy. Talking about EU, or whatever.
Oh, yeah, you're the same as me. I don't even know where you're from, actually. You might be from London. I think you said you're from London. Here we go. Sergio Pettis versus Rob Font, boys. This one's interesting.
Looks like we fixed the sound.
He's getting a bit of a cheer as well. He is from there, so it's only right. I had Sergio Pettis getting absolutely smashed in this fight. But we'll see. Maybe he's a fucking genius at 135. You never know. And also, they must change the height of the cage, depending on what fighters are on. Because if these guys are up to their heads in that cage, imagine Stipe Miocic standing next to it, you know?
I could just imagine, ladies and gentlemen.
Stefan Shriver fucking trip over that cage.
That every day since I heard this 7 years ago, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much. Good night, Mama. I love you. Sorry for being ginger. Pettis gonna leave on a stretcher. Yeah, that's what I think. It's okay. You're still my son.
Who would subscribe to this, ladies and gentlemen?
I think it'd be cooler if the fighters were past famous people.
Who would subscribe to somebody talking about the EU and being ginger all the time, ladies and gentlemen? I haven't heard one MMA thing yet. Except for,
cage could be like a house for you.
Illegal UFC.
But famous fighters that blew through their first 5 seasons of money.
He's not even selling them for subscriptions yet. He learned that
Here we go. Rob Font, Sergio Pettis. I have
Rob
Rob Font win second round, first round TKO. We shall see. Sergio Pettis looks big in there, though. So maybe not.
His money's going down, ladies and gentlemen. It's not
2 jabs from Rob Font land straight away. I'm going to stop eating popcorn for a bit. Inside leg kick from Sergio Pettis. Rob Font looks a bit too calm so early, you know? He landed some good shots, and again, he lands a good shot. In my opinion, this fight is won by Rob Font because there's no risk at flyweight. And when you make the same mistakes you make at flyweight, at bantamweight, you get knocked out. That's all I have to say. Pettis just ate a 1-2 there, answered back with a hook. Another straight left. I'm going to have to calm down a bit now, guys, because my parents have gone to sleep.
Oh, my God.
So we're going to get real close into the microphone.
Oh, my God.
Real fucking close.
Oh, my God. I'm going to throw up, ladies and gentlemen. Why don't you call your camera guy out?
Throwing over the guard of Pettis. Pettis lands another good jab. I actually like the way that Pettis is looking at the moment. He doesn't look that outsized. I thought he was a massive.
Does he look like
I thought he was
Robert
a tiny
Whittaker
little flyweight, but he's got a bit of a belly on him, you know.
Because he's a belly. What about his penis? Because this guy right here thinks that Robert Whittaker has the biggest penis in the UFC.
Body shot from Rob Font though, and again another jab. I mean, you can't make the same mistakes at flyweight that you can at bantamweight. A good uppercut from Rob Font.
Yeah, you can. It won't be a good
Big
idea,
body shot
ladies
again
and
from Rob
gentlemen.
Font. Put the fights on, clown. No, I will not, Brock Smith.
He just referenced
I love you,
him as
yo.
the clown show. He's the clown show,
He's a
ladies and
ginger.
gentlemen.
They're smaller, but he's a pedigree ginger.
The MMA Guru is the clown show, ladies and gentlemen.
Black hair. You can't
No
put him
wonder
on, clown.
Argenti went over there to the clown
And he
show,
left.
ladies and
Nice.
gentlemen. Over there, and then like Douglas Mebel's over there, and who else is over there? MMA consultant, ladies and gentlemen, and Vinny the Giddy, and MMA Cam, and musical MMA's over there secretly watching it, ladies and gentlemen.
He's just getting jabbed off right now.
And Pubes,
Another good body shot.
Charles Smith,
Ooh, good
ladies
answer
and
by
gentlemen.
Sergio Pettis, though.
And
If
Black
Sergio Pettis
Betty,
wins this, I'll be
ladies
very
and gentlemen.
surprised. He's just eating shot after shot.
And Terzi.
Here's where I start to get a bit more serious into the commentary because these fights actually matter. Font's showing the damage of those jabs though from Pettis. It's a stinging jab he's got right on the nose. And again. But Font's targeting the body, which is smart because Pettis has put a lot of weight on to the belly. He's not as muscled up to the belly anymore. Here comes Rob Font. Easy takedown. Easy takedown from the bigger man.
Rob Font's a nice guy.
As I said, the fight would go, boys. What was wet? Fire burns.
What wet fire burns?
And good as a gin. I didn't even read that. Sergio bully me Pettis. Lol, pure pedigree. Yeah. Sergio bully me Pettis. I mean, Sergio Pettis is going to get bullied this fight, that's for sure. We'll see how hard he gets bullied. Does he get bullied to a finish?
I can see where he got
or does he fight back as the
420,000
nerd that he
subscribers,
is?
ladies and gentlemen. He didn't get good until he had some money from
What I've never understood is Rob Font
slinging illegal streams, ladies and gentlemen, and he got lessons, voice lessons on how to become.
It must be a high-level belt.
How to become an impressionist.
Good shot from Rob Font there. And again, another big shot.
Simon Feck never got that advantage.
He needs to go for a leg here, easy leg. Font's yanking on the leg of Pettis, and another big shot from Rob Font. And again, Pettis is going to get knocked out if he keeps taking these. I tell you, man, these flyweights, you can't make the same mistakes when you've got guys that can actually hit with a slight force of power, you know? Pettis needs to try to get back up. He's too okay to take punches off the bottom. Here you go. He's up.
Ooh. Man, his fight calling is like superb, ladies and gentlemen. No wonder he's a millionaire.
There you go. Now they're trading.
420,000
You just threw a fucking spinning back kick from there. That was weird as fuck. There you go. Alright, 1 round to Rob Font, 10-9. They touch gloves. I don't like to see that because Rob Font talks a lot of shit, you know. This is Guru's self-esteem W. Okay. I mean, seeing as you're from Ireland, you'd think you'd know how to fucking speak English. Seeing as we made you speak English, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you want to speak Irish? No thanks, you're speaking our language from now on. See you later. Now you speak English, you know? You want to roast? I can roast. Don't click this fake girl's link, please, because that is definitely not a girl.
Yeah, so this guy right here.
Hey, loyal!
He can definitely roast people. He roasted Amy Kaplan, ladies and gentlemen.
You obviously didn't make me speak English.
He really knows how to roast. He roasted
my country
Amy
made your country speak English
Kaplan,
because we said so.
Gentlemen. This guy, this turd right here, the MMA guru.
You know what I'm saying?
He's mad that he's not
we also
making
made
as much money, ladies
because we said
gentlemen.
so. You know what I'm saying?
Been stealing. He's been stealing from the UFC for years, ladies
shit, that's not what he says.
Now it's not
I can't
easy.
Speak English. You can't.
His payments are high, ladies and gentlemen.
He's 12 though. Yeah, maybe he's still
now
learning
he's
English.
Worried about, now he's worried about making his payments, ladies and gentlemen. Paramount stole money from MMA Guru, ladies and gentlemen, legally. From the illegal money that
he's not.
founded
He's supposed
the
to be
MMA Guru, ladies and gentlemen.
And now he's getting rocked. And Rob Font's in on the double leg, and he's going to get it nice and easy. Watch it.
Oh, wait.
You ready?
Well, they're over. Yeah.
He's going to get this in good.
No, they're not over, ladies and
Petter's
gentlemen.
actually defending him quite well here.
The illegal links continue,
Thorn's going
ladies
to fight
and
the
gentlemen.
hands and then go straight back for that double. Oh, no,
It's
he's
just
out.
that
Pettis is
more
out. Nice.
people have Paramount, ladies and gentlemen. So the numbers went down, ladies and
If Rob
gentlemen.
Font loses this, he's trash.
I can tell you who
He should
wins.
walk through this guy. Another good jab from Font.
Okay, one more rant and I'm ending this, ladies and gentlemen.
Fucking hell, you guys are talking a lot.
Oh, good kick from Sergio Pettis.
Back to the chat. Best possible comeback. Do you have friends besides your right hand? Yes, quite a few.
Yeah, his cameraman.
Did the British government also make you dye your hair? No, it's been black.
Man, it goes on and on and on about the ginger shit, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. No wonder this guy got 420,000 subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. No wonder this guy had to take and deceive people with the titles, ladies and gentlemen. No wonder this guy had to sling illegal stream links, ladies and gentlemen. Later on, he took speech therapy, ladies and gentlemen. He went to a coach that would train you to be an impressionist, ladies and gentlemen. It's not there. He claims he had it all the time. He doesn't have it, ladies and gentlemen. His YouTube channel should have never reached monetization, ladies and gentlemen. The MMA Guru had an unfair advantage, and now he wants to cry about, oh my God, these cards suck. He's been saying they suck for 7 years, ladies and gentlemen. What's the fucking difference? He fell to temptation in the United States, ladies and gentlemen. And then Bryce Mitchell tried to keep him from temptation, ladies and gentlemen. He didn't like what Bryce Mitchell had to say, ladies and gentlemen. Then Paramount came along, ladies and gentlemen, and stripped him of his money, ladies and gentlemen. He's got 2 mortgages, ladies and gentlemen. He has a Bentley, ladies and gentlemen, that he has payments on, ladies and gentlemen. This guy's living large for a little while, ladies and gentlemen, and he's on his way down, ladies and gentlemen. That mouse man, the cheese man, look at Mr. Cheese Curls, saw right through him, ladies and gentlemen. Demetrius Johnson didn't want anything to do with this big turd, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Simon Feck and you, we have found the MMA Guru, ladies and gentlemen, and it's right here. Here's the foundation, ladies and gentlemen. The foundation is he's slinging illegal streams, ladies and gentlemen, deceiving people with titles, ladies and gentlemen, and attempting to be an impressionist, ladies and gentlemen. Until he took Dana White's money and went and got lessons, ladies and gentlemen. And then he tore into like John Jones and Michael Chandler, ladies and gentlemen. And Bisping, ladies and gentlemen. And he's telling people that Robert Whittaker has the biggest penis in the UFC, ladies and gentlemen. And Robert Whittaker is his favorite fighter. Keep that in mind. Keep in mind that the guy that's fallen asleep in his bed, ladies and gentlemen. He announced that on this live stream right here, ladies and gentlemen. The deceiving live stream that gives out illegal pay-per-view links, ladies and gentlemen. Remember all of the live streams that we called out, ladies and gentlemen. We found the MMA Guru, ladies and gentlemen, and the MMA Guru is not mad that the UFC sucks balls, ladies and gentlemen. He's only concerned about his money, ladies and gentlemen. Simon Feck, last January, Simon Feck and MMA Guru The guy that stole my name at MMA Guru, we were talking. And then stupid Simon Feck had to become friends with musical MMA, excuse me. So I backed off. The MMA Guru was talking to you in code, talking to Simon Feck from January to April last year. Crying on stream last year. Simon Feck said, okay, he learned a lesson. The first lesson I gave was to Cheddarhead. Then I gave a lesson to MMA Guru. Then I gave a lesson to about 4 or 5 other people. Everybody else learned. I thought MMA Guru learned a lesson, but no, he didn't stop. And now if I have to lose a friendship or two, I do. I enjoy musical MMA streams. I enjoy musical MMA as a person. As far as I know, through live streaming, ladies and gentlemen. The MMA Guru is the nicest person on the planet, ladies and gentlemen. You hear it all the time. You just wouldn't know it through everything that he does. As a matter of fact, I'm leaving this unedited. I'm not going to edit my crap like everybody else does. We'll just leave it all the way it is. Put it out. Ladies and gentlemen, the MMA Guru is going to have to restructure his life, ladies and gentlemen. He's probably going to have to move back in with his parents, ladies and gentlemen, because he can't sling illegal UFC pay-per-view stream links, ladies and gentlemen. The memberships are going to start going down, ladies and gentlemen. People can sling stuff behind the scenes with Discords. The memberships. Instagram, whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, Simon Feck, 1 foot cock. It's just a show, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, down goes MVP and the Sewer King, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, it's just all a show, ladies and gentlemen. Just like the clown show. It's just a show, ladies and gentlemen. We don't hurt nobody. It's all fake shit. We just talk. It's a show, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Simon Feck, 1 foot cock.